What's up, fam? It's your boy Trucking on the Budget back with another video for you guys, man. Lately, I've been asked a lot of questions by my viewers, some subscribers, others just viewers who are just tuning into the channel. A lot of asked, questions like you left the state police to do this trucking thing. Some even said you left state police to rent a truck or whatever, or are you going to change your name from what's that trucking on the budget to Uber on the budget or something like that? First off, I'm gonna say this: I didn't leave the state police to rent a truck or anything like that. I left law enforcement for the mere fact that I'd always wanted to start my own business, and first, I'm gonna say this: that throughout my tenure as a trooper, I had a lot of my colleagues had their lives taken, 6 to be exact. Very close friends, and I've even had attempts on my life. I've had people, and like my family never even knew about a lot of the shit that I went through, and I chose to keep it that way because of the fact that they were already worried. So I didn't want to tell my family. My mother, she never knew what went on with me and stuff like that. To the point where it's, like I said, I've had many times where someone tried to take my life one way or the other, even threats, verbal threats to take my life one way or the other. So I got 2 young daughters that I have to raise and that I want to see go through everything in their lives, or most things in their lives, until it's time for me to depart from this earth. So I made a conscious decision. I woke up one day and said to myself, I need to do something different, which is why I chose to basically start this business for my daughters and I. As the name goes, JLCC Trucking is the name for my daughters and myself. This is a company that I want to basically hand down to them when that time comes in life. Some people come into this industry and they pretty much have the Donald Trump effect, whereas they got their daddies passing them down the companies. They got money already, to the point where they ain't got to worry about shit. But I've been through the Marine Corps, State Police Academy and stuff, so I know what it takes to grind. I know what it takes to overcome adversities and stuff like that. And definitely the things that I've been going through when I started this industry speaks for itself, because those of you who have been riding with me from day one, y'all understand my journey. You know what I've gone through. You know my grind. You know everything that I've done. But some of you guys that come onto this channel, you may have watched a video or two. You sit there saying, "Oh, he gave up his good career for a trucking industry that he's failing at or whatever." I'm not failing at shit, to be honest. It's all a process. Everything that we go through is a process. Anything worth having is not going to come easy, and this is definitely something that I feel worth having, something that I know I'm going to be successful at eventually. So I'm going to continue to work hard at it. I'm going to continue to do everything I need to do to make sure that I'm successful. Yes, I'm doing Uber right now, but sadly enough, this is one of many things that I said that I'm going to get myself into in order to get myself back up into a truck. And then also, like I said, I wanted to have a fleet of trucks. I never intended to drive at all when I first started this whole thing. My intentions were to basically sit on the sidelines, raise my daughters while others drove for me. Sadly enough, when I started, my intentions were to basically finance all my trucks. I saw something online that said that the SBA was offering loans of $500,000, up to $500,000 for business loans. So I went through the entire process, got my EIN, registered my company, all this stuff that I had to do, got my business account, all this stuff I had to do before I can actually go back to the SBA. When I finally got everything in place, I went to the SBA and said, "Hey, I got all this stuff lined up, got all my paperwork done. Can you guys help me get my $500,000 loan?" They was like, "Oh, actually, we don't give loans. We actually pair you up with lenders, and they're the ones who give you the loans." So I was like, "All right, cool." So they did that. Sadly enough, these same lenders said, "Oh, well, because your business is so young, we can't basically do anything for you. It's less than a year old," most of them say. So to the point where it's like I had no other choice but to rent a truck. Renting a truck, as I've said in my videos in the past, those of you who have seen it, You saw pretty much why I felt like renting a truck is not a good idea. It's probably best that you finance it, or if you can come into a truck whereas you don't have to pay for anything, that's even better. But sadly, I say renting a truck is not the answer. I mean, yeah, for the companies that are renting the trucks to you, is a great thing, because for them, they're getting paid every week for this damn truck. Essentially, like for me, $5,600 a month, that was like the worst thing ever. There was no way possible that you can basically get a profit that way. So, needless to say, it puts you in a position that, like, when the market changed and the load rates and all that gone down, the fuel prices gone up, it made it hard for people such as myself to basically, yeah, I would have been able to pay for that truck every single week. I would have been able to pay for that truck, but I wouldn't have been able to pay for anything with them load rates. 500, 400, and 300,000, 500, 400, and $3 loads was not the answer. When I first started out, I was taking loads from here to California, $5,000 to $7,000, right, per load. Then all of a sudden, the market changed and the load rates went down to the point they were offering $1,200, $1,300 for loads going from here to California, a 2,800 mile trip, which is basically 5 to 6 fuel fill-ups in a truck. And if you have a truck where you paying $400 to $700 and something a fill-up, that's well over $3,000. Where you talking about you just want to give me $1,200 and $1,300 for a load that's taking me 2,800 miles? That's unacceptable. Like, you're not going to survive that way. You're not making a profit. You're basically coming out of pocket for your fuel and everything else. You got to pay for depth fuel. You got to pay for fuel. You got to pay for food. You got to pay for all this stuff that is not accounted for when these brokers are giving you these rates. And some of you are just basically picking and saying, oh, well, I'm going to snatch that, just to make, so it shows that you out there, that you doing whatever. But are you really, making a profit? Are you successful at all? You can't possibly be. You can't possibly be putting any money in your pocket or paying your other bills, mind you. I would have been able to pay that truck note and all that stuff like that, but I wouldn't be able to pay anything else, insurance or any household bills, anything like that. I wouldn't have been able to pay if I had just continued to take them $300 and $400 loads. Like I said, I've even had somebody try to offer me a $50 load. Unacceptable by any means. You crank that truck up, that's $50 gone right there. So I don't care how far that damn load was going, $50 is definitely not enough. $400 is not enough. So we make decisions in life based off of the things we may be going through at the time. So like I said, I made my choice to get into this trucking industry. I still feel like I made a good choice. Although, like I said, I've had my setbacks, I've had my heartaches, but trust me when I tell you, I am going to bounce back. I'm going to bounce back, and I firmly believe that, So, like I said, if you're new to my channel, man, I want you to basically just continue and watch the journey, watch everything that take place. Matter of fact, go back and look at my first videos all the way forward. Some people have told me, look, I've watched all of your videos, man, and this, that, and the other. I respect that, because I'm saying that, like, you can't possibly know my journey until you watch all of my videos. Don't just watch the most current one and think that you have an idea of what I'm going through. And the dudes that come on my channel and try to say I'm weak, or try to say, all this other bullshit, or I'm lazy or whatever fuck, you don't know me, homie. You don't know me at all, because I'm going to tell you right now, first of all, now I'm not even going to get into that. But what I will say is this: understand my grind. Know where I came from. Know where I'm going, bruh. Trust me when I tell you, I'm going to get to where I want to be. I said, those who have followed me from day one, they understand. They know. I have people hit me up all the time. People not only hit me up by way of the channel, but they've even reached out by way of calling me or whatever the case may be. If you want to talk to me directly, if you have anything that you want to talk to me about directly, believe me, I have no problem whatsoever giving you information so that you can talk to me directly. I've met one guy in person. I would love to meet many more of you guys in person, and ladies in person. But, it's just going to take some time. I'm going to get back in my truck soon enough. Matter of fact, I'm going to have trucks soon enough. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you, it's going to happen. And I trust in God. I believe in God, and I know that He has never failed me, not once. I was thinking the other day. I was thinking back on my life and things that I had gone through, and the things that I had wanted in life, and He has come through for me every single time. Not one time has He failed me, and I believe this is definitely going to be one of these times, and I'm going to get what I want. So just continue to follow me, man. Continue to watch my grind. Continue to watch what I'm doing out here. So Uber is not the end all for me. I'm not going to continue doing Uber for a long period of time. I mean, I'm just doing Uber and whatever else comes along until I get what I want. It's a process. Everything is a process, not only in this industry, but in everything in life. And those of you who think you know everything about what I'm going through or period, trust me, you can learn a lot from me. You can learn a lot from my adversities. You can learn a lot from my grind. You can learn a lot from everything that I'm doing and that I'm putting out to you guys. So don't be so quick to judge, but anyways, man, I just wanted to put that out there to you guys. It's early in the morning. I need to get up and start my day. So it's just something that's been on my mind. Like I said, I've been answering these messages from all of my subscribers and my viewers and stuff like that, trying to answer them the best of my abilities. Like I said, as always, if you send me a message, I may not get back to you right away, but trust me when I tell you, I will get back to you, and I will go into depth. Whatever your question is, I will try to answer it to my best of my ability. So, like I said, I've always appreciated the support. And I just ask that you continue to ride with me, man. Continue to support me. And like I said, this might be something that's going to help somebody else someday. Somebody else might be going through the same thing, not knowing how to get out of this shit. But trust me when I tell you, there's always a way. You just got to find it. I got to find it. I'm still searching. I'm still looking, trying to make my way back to where I was. Y'all saw how fucked up it was for me in the beginning, how happy I became once it all got going. And then when the downfall happened, y'all saw how that felt. You see me right now on this grind with the Uber shit. Like I said, I ain't knocking nobody when it comes to Uber. I respect your grind. I respect you. But I know that Uber is not the answer for me. I know that I'm not planning on doing this long term. So believe me when I tell you, no, I'm not changing my goddamn name from Trucking on the Budget to Uber on the Budget, because it's always been about trucking for me. So know that. All right? I'm out.